Well, now I have to tell my snake story. We were in Dar es Salaam, and like they were saying, when you have the drains, the British had these little concrete drains, and the snakes like to get in those drains, and then when the water would flow, well, they'd start up the drain into the bathtub. There was nothing to stop them unless you put screens across it. Well, we didn't put screens across when we'd moved into Dar es Salaam, and not thinking, though we had quite a lot of snakes, and those were black mambas and green mambas. I mean, there were serious poisonous snakes in Dar es Salaam. But I had gotten into the bathtub, and the way the tub was a big old long tub, and at one end was the faucet for the bath part. At the other end was this little dinky shower head, and so I had couldn't find the stopper to put in the tub, but I had a wash rag. So I stuffed that down into the drain so it would catch the water, so that when I finished washing my hair, I could bathe with that water that was left. So I'd finished washing my hair, and I turned around, dried my hair a bit and turned around so I could get ready to take a bath in the tub, and I saw this black thing pushing that wash rag, and we had these millipedes. I mean, they were big old long, like it had 1,000,000 legs instead of 100 centipede legs, and it's big around as my thumb. But they were, you know, I'd raised 2 sons, so I wasn't really too scared of bugs and crawly, creepy things like that. So I thought, well, I'll just reach down and get that washcloth and throw that millipede on the floor. But when I touched that thing, I could feel the strength in it, and I knew it was a snake. So I flat-footed it out of that tub and went yelling for the houseboy. I grabbed my robe and said, "Wilson, Wilson, there's a snake in the bathtub." So he came in there, and the snake in the meantime had, I guess because I was yelling, or he saw me flat-footed out of that tub, I was going to stomp him or something. But the snake had gone back down a bit, so Wilson goes and gets a little bit of kerosene in a cup, and he starts pouring it down. The snake, we saw him actually come back up, the head come back up the drain. He poured that kerosene on it, and then the snakes went back out the little drainage ditch, the concrete ditch. And the yard man had this big old long thing that he was chopping the limbs off of the trees, and the snake went running. It was a green snake, and the limbs on these bushes in the backyard were dry, and that green snake was laying across those bushes, and that guy whacked that thing, and I mean, he cut it in two. The dogs were barking, and everybody was running around trying to kill that snake. So that's my African snake story. And I'll tell you what, when we moved from Africa, we went to Hoover Valley, and at Hoover Valley we went from those boomslangs and mambas and cobras to rattlesnakes and scorpions, and I praised the Lord the day I moved to Georgetown, and I didn't have to worry about snakes and scorpions anymore.